Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my Jaguar XK8. First of all, thanks to everyone who's watched my GT in a day video where I took this car to Wales, and I was really pleased actually that everyone sort of enjoyed that video, or the two videos that I made for that trip, because I really enjoyed making it, and I really want to do some more of those type of videos and like GT in a day type challenges. For people who did watch the video, you'll know that before I went I had a problem, and during the video another one cropped up. So this video is really just to give a bit of an update on those two problems, and also a bit of a driving at the end, just to well, make it a bit more interesting really. So the first problem, if you remember, before I took the car away, I attempted to fix a problem with the J-gate, and this problem manifested itself as sort of flashing indicators on the gear selector, like park, neutral, drive and reverse. They would just flash, the little indicator would flash there. And then what it wouldn't allow me to do was, when I put it over to the manual side of the J-gate, it wouldn't select the manual gears, and also lost the use of the sport button, which was quite frustrating. So previously I'd opened up all of the center console and opened up a little module called the linear switch, sprayed some contact cleaner in there, and kind of hoped that it would work, but it didn't. So subsequently I did exactly the same process again, but this time I sort of wiggled out the printed circuit board inside the linear switch, and inside there's on the printed circuit board itself, there are two tracks. One for park, reverse, neutral and drive, and one for the manual side of the gears, the top one and then the lower one respectively. And what I did is I used the contact cleaner to make sure those tracks were really clean, and actually the lower track had a load of like dirt and stuff on it, just from like years of use and stuff, and clean it up really nicely. And then the prongs that I used to actually run along the tracks inside the linear switch, I gave those a thorough clean and bent them out slightly, so they're kind of like a pressure, like bent out to have pressure on the contact. And I thought maybe after years of use these are kind of like not pressing as hard as they could do, so I bent them out only ever so slightly, just so they made like a good contact with the track itself. And then I gave the multi-plug connector and the thing it goes onto like a thorough clean as well, just to make sure everything was fine. And it started working, and it's been fine ever since. So that's the first problem kind of fixed, or I hope fixed. I hope it doesn't come back. I mean, a replacement is probably inevitable at some point, but just crossing my fingers that it's not just yet. And then the second problem, which is the one I encountered during my Wales visit, was the ABS light that I had. So my code reader was just a basic Bluetooth OBD2 reader and didn't show you the codes, but a mate of mine at work had oh, hang on, just dropping off a car battery at the dump, so bear with me 2 secs. Hi there, I've just got a car battery in the boot.
Yeah, it comes down here by the bottle banks on the right.
Oh, perfect, thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers. Oh. Yeah, sorry, so not very elegant scenery outside. I'm actually doing a bit of multitasking here, doing household chores while trying to do these videos. That's how pushed for time I am a lot of the time. So yeah, that was actually dropping off a car battery from our family car, our Audi estate, and just bizarrely it was absolutely fine. And then just one day it just like totally lost power, like completely almost dead. Like I unlocked the door, but the starter motor wouldn't even turn, the console bit in the middle wouldn't even turn on, and then had this horrendous warning on the dash saying that there's a steering fault, do not drive, so it didn't even like attempt to start up. And no warning lights about battery or anything like that. So a lot of messing around, new battery, resetting codes and stuff, and then eventually came back to life, and it's been fine since. But yeah, if you thought the XK8 had its electrical gremlins, then try a more modern car. Anyway, I was saying about the ABS warning light. So the code reader I've got is just a basic Bluetooth one that you pair with your phone, and then you can see, you know, codes and stuff and reset them and blah blah blah. It's even one that you can, on like more modern cars, you can actually like enable certain features to be active. So on the Audi, I could enable things like the like drive select stuff, which is an option on the car, but you can actually go into a hidden menu and change the throttle response and steering quickness, I suppose. Yeah, totally unnecessary on the Jag because you don't have that level of control. But anyway, it's a useful tool to have. But it doesn't have on it the SRS and ABS codes that allows you to reset. So a mate of mine at work has got quite a decent one that enables you to read the airbag and braking ABS codes and allows you to reset them. And what I found was that the Jaguar had a code for the driver's side wheel sensor. So I think in my Wales video I kind of like was guessing all the way along through the whole thing about what it could be, and then in one of the final sentences of the video I said, or a wheel sensor or something, and it was that the whole time. It was a wheel sensor. So I don't actually know whether it's the wheel sensor itself that's faulty, whether it just needs a clean, or what other people have suggested to me in the comments is that it might be the link cable going from sort of the loom to the sensor itself. So that travels along the sort of suspension arms or whatever, and then joins onto the sensor. So over time, obviously moving the car and everything, it might make a crack in the cable or make it a bit weaker, and that could be the problem. So I did attempt to remove the ABS sensor to give it a clean, and lo and behold, years of being in the footwell with muck and grime going all over it has I think made it a bit rusty and a bit weak and stuff, and it sheared. So the sensor's in place because it's held in place by the bolt at like a right angle, so it can't come out until the bolt's removed, but there's no way of removing it at the moment, so I'm going to have to drill it out, I think, and re-tap it to get that back in place, and then find out whether it's the sensor, the wiring harness, loom thingy, or whatever. But yeah, a little bit more work to sort that one out. So that's about it. So the Jag now is running fine. The ABS warning is gone, so potentially it's an intermittent thing, and if it is dirt, then maybe it's cleared itself, I don't know. And like the J-gate stuff's awesome, so it means now that you can just be pootling along at 30 or just under 30, drop the window down, get it into second, and then if you want to, give it some good noises, which I'm sure all the people in these houses are appreciative of. Anyway, so because I didn't bring you some of those nice driving V8 noises in the Wales video, I thought I'd spend the next few minutes driving around sort of some local roads and give you a bit more of those nice V8 sounds and end the video on that. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back soon again with some more content. I don't know if it's Jaguar or MG stuff next time. I've still yet to film any more videos, so yeah, stay tuned and see you later. Bye.